7:42 now. This morning on Today Investigates, Wi-Fi dangers. Your personal information may be vulnerable in your local coffee shop, even in your own home. NBC's Jeff Rawson's here to explain the problem and how to protect yourself. Jeff, good morning.
Hey, Matt, good morning to you. These days, as you know, we use everything that's wireless, from our cell phones to the internet. Even if you don't have Wi-Fi at home, maybe your kids do. You should check their rooms. Or you go online at hotels, airports, or coffee shops. This morning, we hit the road to expose a wireless loophole that could cost you everything. Basically, anybody can do that. We had our expert hack into your system.
High school kids can do this.
There's a woman right over here. We wanted to hack into your personal information.
Grade school kids can do this.
Are you kidding?
We know the website you were on.
That's scary.
We know your username.
How do you do that?
You feel violated.
Yeah, I do.
They got lucky. The hacker is working with us. Sitting in a van outside this Houston coffee shop.
How fast can you get her personal information?
Couple of minutes.
Christopher Edwards is really a security expert who helps train top government officials, including the FBI and CIA.
If they're in a wireless environment.
But today, he's on the dark side, proving just how dangerous public Wi-Fi can be. That's connecting to the internet over a wireless connection rather than a cable. Millions of us do it in hotels, airports, coffee shops, and our own homes.
Credit cards, personal information, social security numbers, any financial transactions, anything they keep on their computer, I can reach in and grab it and take a look at it. I can even bring it from their computer to my computer.
In fact, he just did it to this unsuspecting mother, cruising the web over coffee.
Yes.
Is this the website you're on?
Yeah, it is. The fact that he can get on my computer and me not know it is scary.
Once he's in, he's in.
I've got my personal information, my, investment information, numbers and all that stuff I don't want everybody knowing, that's for sure.
And it happens fast, especially if the wireless network is unsecure, not password protected. Every private file you have is out there to steal.
It takes a minute, literally, to ruin your life.
Lauren Fisk almost lost everything.
I use my laptop everywhere.
Lauren was on an unsecure network checking her bank balance when a crook stole her information and tried to wipe her account clean.
I felt very betrayed, and I just couldn't understand why anyone would want to sabotage my life.
Now hackers have a new strategy. Tap into your home computer. They call it war driving, wandering around suburban neighborhoods trying to find homes with open networks.
So even in your own home, you're not safe.
Correct. If it's in the air, we can grab it.
And you can pinpoint it down to a specific house?
Yes, we can narrow down to exactly where you live.
So we tried it, drove around this Houston suburb, and within minutes, jackpot.
You have his username?
Yes, it should be JP Rowe.
Hi, Jeff Rawson from NBC News.
Patrick,
Doing a story about Wi-Fi security.
were you visiting on the Shack online? Yeah, I totally was on that website.
We got all that just sitting in the van outside your house.
Really? I mean, it kind of freaks me out.
Patrick is a local youth pastor and admits he was too trusting, thought he was safe at home. Our experiment was a wake-up call.
You don't know who I am.
No,
I could
yeah.
be any kind of stranger.
Yeah, right. I'm lucky you guys are from the news.
You don't have a password on your system. Will you now?
Yeah, I'll definitely get a password now. Thank you.
No problem. A simple solution that could make all the difference in this open wireless world.
Boy, you watch that, you'll never go online again. But don't worry, there's some good news here. You can protect yourself. All you have to do is create a password at home. That definitely helps. Plus, make sure you have antivirus software on your computer, on your laptop, especially if you're in a public place. So the big question, how do you do all that? Here's Matt.
All right, Jeff, thanks very much. For more, we turn to internet expert Omar Wasso. Omar, nice to see you.
Good morning, Matt.
Having a tough day here. So this is convenience versus security.
Yeah, we're, in the same way that you can use a credit card and that might put you at some risk, we're always choosing between convenience and security, and people are mostly choosing convenience over security, and there's, there are advantages to that because it makes our lives better, but you do expose yourself to some risks.
All right, I have a wireless router at home now, but it's a pretty new one, and that's good news, isn't it? Because the ones purchased within the last couple of years do require a password.
Yeah, you have to opt out of having a password on those. They're going to default you in. If you have an older one, though, you can can sort of look up on the internet how to turn on the security, get the exact model number for that, and it'll have information on how to enable security or get a new one.
So for the young lady, the mother who was in the coffee shop and things like, if you're in a coffee shop, you're in a restaurant, you're in an airport, how do you make sure that you've got the highest level of security you can possibly have?
Well, there are a couple of things to pay attention to. So one, for example, if you're on the computer, you can see when you're going to log on that, this one here, these are two Wi-Fi networks that are available just in studio, neither of these NBC. You can see one of them is secure and one of them isn't. And if you are logging into one that's not secure, you should at least be aware so that what you do, you're not sending, say, an email that has anything kind of privileged. So you want to make sure that your behavior when you're online isn't going to expose you.
We've got a bank website that we can bring up here, and there's something else you want people to look for before the www, and in this case, what are we at, Chase Mobile, something like that, or Chase?
Yeah. So this is a sort of a kind of a power user move, but it's something that anybody can understand. The S right there in this HTTPS stands for secure, and when you're on a website that has the S, that's going to help you understand that you're on a secure connection. You can also look for a lock in this lower corner, and those two things tell you that you've got an encrypted connection to that website, and that's going to allow you to know that the information you put in is being transmitted in a way that makes it impossible for somebody to grab out of the air.
I have one of these internet connection cards, or air cards as they call them. You've got one right there.
Yeah.
Is that as unsafe as some of these other things?
No, these are more secure. They're like Wi-Fi in that you're communicating wirelessly, but this technology communicates over cell towers and is more secure as a result.
All right. Important information. I bet this is surprising a lot of people sitting at home right now browsing the internet on their computers. Omar, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Coming up.